Australia's longest world cruise ever, an at-sea rescue, and does a curious gap in Carnival Luminosa's schedule indicate a major change? All that and more coming up now. I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy. I produce cruise-related content every week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. The Grand Princess was part of an impromptu rescue operation this week. The ship was sailing on a 7-night Southern Australia Explorer cruise when the police call came in to assist with a rescue. 2 people encountered trouble on their commercial vessel in the Bass Strait. According to reports, the vessel was taking on water, so the pair boarded a dinghy which was later located by the police air wing. The Grand Princess just happened to be nearby, and luckily the man and woman were both rescued safely. Despite incorporating virtual muster drills into its standard procedures during the post-pandemic period, Norwegian Cruise Lines recently decided to return to the traditional in-person muster process. Passengers on board the cruise line ships had been forced to return to standing on deck for extended periods while the drill took place. Guest feedback has seemingly caused NCL to make an about face, and they will be returning to the virtual muster process for all cruises departing from April 1st. This is in keeping with other major cruise lines that have, in light of guest satisfaction, retained their Muster 2.0 processes. Port schedules must always be taken with a grain of salt, and as we learned this week, despite appearing on the port schedules for around a year, Discovery Princess will not be calling Australia home in the 24-25 summer cruise season. Instead, Princess announced that Royal Princess, Crown Princess, and Diamond Princess will be heading the newly announced Australia and New Zealand season. To learn more about the new program, including the longest ever world cruise from Australia, click on the card above or the link in the description below. Even though port listings for the Discovery Princess let me down, I couldn't help but notice that an unnamed Carnival Cruises vessel is scheduled to visit Sydney multiple times in October 2024. It appears this is Carnival Luminosa, as she will sail her 2024 Southern Trans-Pacific repositioning cruise from Seattle to Sydney, instead of Brisbane. Once in Sydney, she will sail on one 4-night cruise departing on October 12th, which lines up with the unnamed vessel on the port schedule. After that though, there is a gap in cruises available to book on the Carnival website that coincides with 3 port listings for the unnamed Carnival Cruises vessel. There are departures listed for October 16th, 23rd and 30th. This is unconfirmed, but I suspect that it could indicate that music charter company Choose Your Cruise may be partnering with Carnival for their 2024 voyages instead of longtime partner Royal Caribbean. The 3 back-to-back departure dates in 2024 match this year's plans for 3 back-to-back music cruises in November and December, except those will be taking place on board Royal Caribbean's Brilliance of the Seas. Both Brilliance and Luminosa are roughly the same size with very similar passenger capacities, lending more credence to my idea that this is what could potentially be happening. If true, this would be a significant change for Choose Your Cruise, which according to what I can see has had a long-term partnership with Royal Caribbean all the way back to its first chartered cruises in 2010. Carnival's first Italian-style ship has officially joined the fleet. The 135,000 gross ton Venezia first sailed in 2019 for Costa Cruises, but in mid-2022, Carnival announced that it would be acquiring both Venezia and sister ship Firenze. The pair will retain their Italian heritage and styling while incorporating new features, like the La Strada Grill offering Italian street food, Tomodoro with Mex-Italian fusion cuisine, and Amari, a take on the Alchemy Bar. Venezia will sail from New York later this year, while Firenze will sail from Long Beach, California from May 2024. Cruises on both ships are already available to book. Finally this week, Cunard has updated its guest vaccination and testing policies. With the exception of guests sailing from Australia, New Zealand and Japan, vaccination and testing will no longer be mandatory for guests departing on cruises on or after the 23rd of April this year on Queen Mary 2 and Queen Victoria, as well as those crews departing on or after the 8th of June on Queen Elizabeth. Locally, government regulations still require pre-cruise testing and vaccination, and as yet we have no updates on when this might change, though I suspect that we may hear about developments later this year. Well, that's it for this week's cruise news update. Wherever you are, thank you for watching. If you are interested in booking a cruise, you can head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguy.com.au. Make sure you give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guy to stay up to date with my travels. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. 2 people encountered trouble on their commercial vessel despite incorporating virtual muster drill processes into its post-pandemic Even though port listings for the Discovery Princess let me down, I couldn't help but notice that an unnamed the pair will retain their Italian flair and heritage and styling, but incorporate new experiences like La Strada